Доброго времени суточек, друзья! С вами все еще Flapjack'a, и мы с вами продолжаем проходить Grim Fandango Remastered. И, в общем-то, мы тут в прошлой серии приехали в этот... что-то... Не Рубцовск явно. Ну, что-то, короче, наподобие этого. Вот, и тут мы у него, короче, взяли... Это наш старый знакомый, да. Мы взяли, короче, фотку жены. Давайте, кстати, на нее посмотрим. О! Мега просто затроллил. Так.
Maybe I should place a personal hand. I tried it, believe me. It attracts the wrong kind of women.
Хорошо, может быть, не по поводу нее поговорить с тем мужичком-то, который меня вытащил из воды. Вон там он стоит, вон он. Все еще разговаривают. Ну-ка.
You sure a woman named Mercedes Colomar never came through this town?
She might have. I don't know. I told you the first time, I'm no good with names.
Возможно, вот так вот сделать.
Ever seen this woman?
Oh, if this is the woman you're looking for, take my advice. Forget about her. She sailed out of here weeks ago in a cozy portside cabin built for two. And she wasn't alone.
Так.
How do you know she sailed out of here? I don't believe it.
It's a tough break, Junior, but you gotta face it. Here, look it up in my port log if you want it in writing. 6 weeks ago on a Tuesday. Ticket for two, paid in full. I cracked the champagne on the bow myself.
Hey, Manny, we were in the middle of a conversation.
Все хорошо, я вас не перебиваю.
Okay.
Look, I know how you feel, son. Once I lost a very special lady myself. I waved to her from the docks as she sailed out of port, and I never saw her again.
What was her name?
The SS La Mancha was her name, but don't make me talk about her, because I just can't do it.
Хорошо. Блин, что-то, по-моему, слишком много Грим Фанданго вы не находите? Я его записывал раз в месяц уже. За день 3-я серия. Что-то как-то странно. Ну ладно, пойдемте покажем ему журнал. Так, вот он.
Velasco's logbook says Celso's wife took a bunk with a hunk.
Давайте расскажем ему горькую правду.
Celso, your wife sailed out of here 2 months ago with another man. It's all in there.
Oh, Manny, is there a greater constant in nature than the treachery of women?
Forget about her, Celso.
Have you forgotten yours? I'm going after her. You take over my job here. This mop at least will never let you down. That compass in the handle will sure come in handy too.
Год первый, открыто достижение. Один год спустя.
Hey, boss. You gonna come downstairs?
Босс
I
уже.
got a customer asking for you.
You know I don't like to mingle with the customers.
Well, you may want to mingle with this one. She sounds like your type.
Well, looks like a quiet night in old Rubacava.
And just the amount of research that went into all of this, because I just remember Tim going to every film noir movie ever, and we would just all the time there would be something to do, and he's like, want to go to the movies? And it was just, I mean, you can see it, the dark shadows, and then the music. I mean, everything is just so film noir and really pulls you in.
Yeah, I remember us all going to see Casablanca. in, I think it was in the Castro Theater or something. It was one of those old San Francisco theaters. I forget which one it was, but it was the whole gang of us went and.
Yeah, remember? Did you guys go to the Golden Gate Fields for the horse races? I know they weren't.
That.
I wish.
That was part of it because I think there were some scenes around that and that was just fun. I mean, just the research trips.
Yeah,
those were fun.
Блин, 1 год. Мы эту женщину-то, за которой мы... Вот он вход. За которой мы вообще шли-то. Там Мерцес Каламар. Мы ее просрали уже, по-моему. О, приветик.
I wish you would slide down the banister because we put a lot of effort into sliding down that banister. Come on, slide down the banister. I recommend any player who's in this room slide down the banister. It's much faster than walking.
Especially if you're 6 and you don't have terrible consequences when you hit the bottom.
You should not try that at home. Actually, kids, you should. You should go slide down the banister of your house right now.
Everybody's got to do it once.
А мы правда можем съехать, не? По-моему, нас обманули. А нет, можем.
Manny. Hola.
Прикольненько, давайте поговорим.
Quiet night, huh, carnal?
Day of the Dead ain't good for business, Chief. But last night, remember last night, Manny? Oh, wait!
What's that you're playing?
Oh, this is just a little, love song for a special lady.
Sing a little bit of that song, why don't you?
Well, I only have this part. Bone wagon.
I like it. You think she'll come in tonight?
Who, my special lady?
No, Meche.
You know what, Manny? I think she will. I got a feeling tonight's the night.
You know, when we leave, I'm actually gonna miss this place.
Aw, Manny, why can't we just stay here? We got our fancy club, we got 3 squares a day. Max lets me take the bone wagon out on his kitty track once a week. Plus, we look good in these clothes.
Gladys, I can't live in this world forever. It's not where I belong. I've gotta find Meche and help her. Because if it weren't for me, she'd have been on that train a year ago.
Okay, Manny.
Well, I'll let you get back to practicing.
I don't need to practice, man. I'm good.
Достижения, плюс we look good in their clothes. Плюс мы выглядим круто в этой одежде.
I remember animating Manny sliding down the banister. And I remember Tim kept calling for something. He's got to look cool. And so I did that, and I don't think he was ever really happy with it. So I don't know. Apparently don't know what cool means.
You gotta put some Ray-Bans on him.
Yeah. I mean, Manny's a suave guy, but I don't know if suave guys slide down banisters. Maybe I should have done it slower.
Так, чем тут... Да, можем взаимодействовать.
Ah, Marillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes. Yes, I better take this with me for safekeeping.
Лучше сохранности возьмем, да? Так, вроде тут больше ничего нету. Пойдемте дальше.
Manny's music, the Casino Calavera music, that was a big moment for me doing the score because it was done fairly early on, and it kind of it determined a lot of other stuff, just sort of stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
Get that sort of Gene Krupa thing going on in the beginning. And
Gene Krupa.
Yeah, one of the great drummers of all time.
Так, а где я? А, вот он я. Давайте поговорим со всеми.
Not while they're losing.
Ага.
Mind if I sit down, Charlie?
Of course not, Manny. I mean, it is your club, right?
Chowchilla Charlie.
Oh, yes.
That name comes from an actual person I know who was from Chowchilla, which no one remembers anymore. But when I was a kid, an entire school bus full of children was kidnapped in the town of Chowchilla. Do you remember that? In
No.
California.
Wow.
A school bus full of kids was kidnapped, and the people demanded ransom. And it was crazy to think about. It was on the news. It was
Jeez.
Chowchilla. Everyone was talking about this kids, and eventually they were found and rescued, and I don't believe they were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I can talk about that story now.
Yeah.
And all the kids went home, but and then years later, I just a friend of ours was dating this guy named Charlie, and he was from Chowchilla, and I was like, oh wow, were you on the bus? He was like, no, I was sick that day. I was sick. I didn't go to school that day, and so I didn't get kidnapped.
Wow.
And we always referred to him as Chowchilla Charlie.
Wow.
And he's now in the game as Chowchilla Charlie, even though his personality is not as sleazy as this character. He was a fine, outstanding, although very lucky guy.
Yeah.
But this is our Peter Lorre character.
Right. So what are you doing in it? Didn't I tell you not to come back until you can pay your bar tab?
Oh, or they kicked me out of that cat track for printing fake betting stubs. So now I have to come here, Manny, which I love.
How did you print fake betting stubs?
With this. Isn't she beautiful? The last time I was incarcerated, I shared a cell with the most dishonest con man I ever met. He was strictly small time, and I managed to steal this from him quite easily.
Thanks. You never know when this may come in handy.
Hey, give that back to me, Manny.
Maybe once you settle your bar tab, eh, Charlie?
Oh, Manny.
What else can you counterfeit?
Nothing. Anything.
So can you make passports?
Manny, you still think like a living man in so many ways. No soul needs a passport. We are all citizens of the same nation, and our king rides a pale horse.
So no passports?
No. No, that little hologram is so tricky, you know?
How about driver's licenses?
Sure. Just, give me a recent picture, $50 in, about 2 weeks, okay?
When I think of something I need, I'll come back.
I'm not a wishing well, Manny.
Why aren't you over at the roulette tables?
The roulette is for lonely widows and Frenchmen. Why don't you get some slot machines, Manny? Everybody, old women, little children, they all love slot machines. And I have a system, an infallible system for beating them.
I'll think about it.
I can tell when you're just humoring me, you know?
I think slot machines attract an undesirable element.
Oh, well, we're all undesirable, Manny.
Yeah, but your credit's no good to boot. All my friends are lonely widows and Frenchmen.
Except me, Manny. I'm here to keep you sane.
Tell me your system, Charlie.
I can't tell you my secrets, just this. You have to become one with the bandit, Manny. You have to get inside the machine and make it want to pay.
On second thought, stay away from my roulette tables. That's a nice suit. Where'd you steal it?
Manny, if you learn to play the odds like Chowchilla Charlie, then maybe you too can have a suit this fine someday.
Well, I've got a club to run, so...
Oh yes, please, Manny. Get on with your glamorous life.
We are all... Чё? Ну, понятно, короче, опять цитатка из этого, про то, что он говорил-то про паспорта, что мы все одной национальности, нам не нужен паспорт, открытое достижение, короче.
Oh wow, I forgot about that mural. That was supposed to be sort of...
really good.
Oh, well, thank you. I did that. Did you? No, I did, but it was based on, you know, like a Gustav Klimt.
Gustav Klimt, yeah.
But then I also did those really bad textures on the roulette wheels and the...
Oh, they're fine.
Oh, But I remember Adam Schnitzer actually getting angry at me. He was like, "Don't paint light in the paintings."
Who got angry with you?
Oh, not really angry. I mean,
he probably felt the same way as when Tim said, "Man, he's not cool enough." So just make it cool. Canadian.
What's that a boot?
That's now so not
Ladies
cool.
and gentlemen, betting is closed. No more bets, please.
Everything okay down here?
I'm going to need some more chips if Monsieur Lucky does not call it a night soon.
I just want to have a really international flair. I guess because
Что с ним?
Casablanca was very international. But also, I love the game Last Express, the Jordan Mechner game. Last Express, you're on a train, and there's a lot of listening to conversations that are not presented at full volume because you're eavesdropping. You're walking down the hallway and you hear someone talking in the room, but they'll often be very quiet, but also sometimes in another language, like French or German or something. And just the idea of like overhearing a quietly spoken French conversation was so neat in that game that we tried to have people talking in other languages like that. The croupier in the gambling room is speaking French, I believe.
You know, some people say you should always walk away from the table when you're on a winning streak.
Oh, yes, but I'm feeling extra lucky tonight.
Rouge and Paramount. One, red.
Not while they're losing.
Mesdames et messieurs,
Так, по-моему, я со всеми поговорил.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Тут
place
больше,
your
по-моему,
bets.
ничего нельзя сделать.
Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus.
Everything okay down here?
I'm going to need some more chips if Monsieur Lucky does not call it a night soon.
Да, по-моему, со всеми. С этими людьми нельзя поговорить. Так что да. Можем уходить.
Noir, Paramount.
Можем уходить. Пойдемте еще глянем. Наверх го. Наверняка я тут что-нибудь... Да, вот пропустил. Вот.
Evening, Lupe.
Hi, Manny. I have to tell you about my new organizational system for the coats.
Think she'll come in tonight?
Manny, you ask me that every night. What am I supposed to say?
You're supposed to say, yes, I think tonight's the night.
Yes, I think tonight's the night that you finally go nuts from waiting for the grand entrance of Ms. Mercedes Colomar.
Let's try that again, shall we? Think she'll come in tonight?
Yes, I think tonight's definitely the night.
Thank you. It's my fault she's out in the woods alone, you know.
If you say so, Manny.
How's the flow tonight?
We're dead tonight, Manny. Everybody's back home for the Day of the Dead, I guess. Except for the casino. The casino's hopping. Why is it that all the people who don't go home are the same people who just love to gamble?
Well, I guess when you've got nothing to go home to, you've got nothing to lose.
Hey, we should put that over the door.
Everything okay back in the land of fur and fedoras?
Everything's in order. It's beautiful. I can't wait for people to come in and try the new system. It's so cool. Want to hear about it?
Okay, tell me all the details about your new coat check system.
Yay! Okay, I found all these plastic tiles in the back, left over from the automat, and guess what? They all have numbers on them. So what I'm doing is, I give one to everyone who checks a code in and... Manny, you're not even listening to me. I go to all this work organizing your coats, and you don't even care.
Lupe.
Forget it. Don't pretend to care.
No, I want to hear.
Hup, oh, I'll tell someone else about it. Someone who cares.
Please, tell me all about your new coat check system, really.
Don't patronize me, Cal.
Okay, back to work.
Okay.
You're not even listening to me. Ты не слушаешь меня, Чумингет. Слишком много достижений в этих сериях. Это странно. Кстати, что-то тут изменилось. Либо просто ночь. Хрен его знает.
Meche?
Manny, help me. I've been lost for so long. Why didn't you look for me?
I did. You ran off. Why?
Because you said I was no good. I've been all alone in the world for a whole year. And it's all because of you!
Опа! Это она, ребят. И опять же, чувак меня сейчас подымет.
This gonna be an annual thing with you, Manny? Every Day of the Dead, you toss your bones into the drink and I fish them out?
I don't plan to be around that long, Velasco. As soon as I find out where that ocean liner's going, I'm after it.
Ho ho! That ship's going to Puerto Zapato. That's the other side of the world. Ain't no ships going out that way but the old Limbo here, but...
But nothing. If the Limbo's my only hope, then I'm already on board.
Well, good luck, son. That's all I got to say.
That's Kay Cuter, and Kay was, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s, and he had a big, long, gray beard.
Yeah.
And he was a raging smoker.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you'd have to break him every 45 minutes,
Oh,
otherwise he'd start getting into a really bad mood. And on one of those sessions, he plays the croupier later on, where he speaks French and English. It's just, he delivers the numbers. We were behind on time, and so I sort of pushed him to an hour, and all of a sudden I found myself in an argument with Kay over how to pronounce 20 in French.
Oh.
And so I was like, it's definitely time for a smoke break on you. Get out of here.
All right, so I'm ready to sail.
On what?
On the Limbo, man. Let's go.
Manny, the Limbo's not a passenger ship. She's small cargo, son. And every hand on board works.
I'll work.
What are your skills?
Sales and restaurant management.
Oh, hey, there is one opening on the Limbo's crew.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the engine room. And your buddy Glottis would be perfect for it. But he'd have to get his own tools.
Okay, if I get Glottis some tools, can we board?
He can, yes. No offense, Manny, but there's just no place for you aboard the Limbo. She's fully manned already. In fact, her whole crew's on board, ready to sail at dawn. Except for that one guy.
Who's the one guy who hasn't boarded yet?
Yeah, well, Seaman Naranja's a little late, but he'll be here before they sail.
What job did Naranja have?
He ran the galley.
Aha! Restaurant management.
Yeah, it's similar to what you're doing now. Except the fish is fresher on the Limbo.
What if Naranja doesn't show up? I can fill his spot, right?
Manny, you're not even in the Maritime Union.
I know that, and you know that, but we're two guys who can keep secrets, right?
Glottis is exempt, but the captain will ask for your card. And if you don't have one, they'll serve you to the sharks like chum. And what's worse, I'll get fined. That's a tough union, boy, and I don't mess with them.
So let me get this straight. If I get Glottis some tools,
then I can get him a job on the Limbo.
And if Seaman Naranja doesn't show up for work,
but he will,
and I get a Maritime Union card,
which you'll never get,
then I can sail on the Limbo in the morning.
Jeez. I guess so.
What kind of tools does Glottis need?
Authentic CB equipment only.
Where do I get authentic CB equipment?
Why don't you ask a CB? Afraid of getting stung?
Where do you think Naranja is?
Probably home selecting recipes for the trip.
What's going on in that bottle? A tugboat?
This happens to be a perfect scale replica of the SS Lumbago. I'm just having a little trouble getting the walking beam to fit in the neck here.
That's funny, because a lumbago is usually more of a problem in the lower back than the neck.
Yeah?
Nothing. I'd better go finish packing.
Aye, you do that, son.
Так, отлично.
Here, let me help you with that. Ah, there's some things a man's gotta do for himself.
Хорошо. Нам нужно, короче, этого парнишу что-то с ним сделать, чтобы он не пришел.
It's locked.
I know, I locked it.
Так, ну нам только сюда. Только сюда. Давайте пойдемте сюда. Сходим. Глянем, что там.
We definitely should give a huge shout out to Peter Chan, and yeah, I'm still jealous of that guy.
Chan the man.
I know. Just when those packages would come, it would just be like Christmas, and you'd open, yeah, you'd see those, and you just think, oh man, and he's a nice guy too, you know.
The weird
happy
thing about
family.
that was I never experienced like the delivery of the package firsthand, but I still got excited about it.
No, they're beautiful, and he's such a sweetheart.
Пойдемте сюда, наверное, сначала в главный вход попробуем.
And I'm sorry, Garv. This is the set that you had to build
this
twice.
This is Garov's, right? Yeah, this is the one.
This was the gift that kept
and it's
on
actually
giving.
Very beautiful, I might add.
Yes. Well, a second time is
Yeah, the second time I can.
But I'm sorry. You were saying that was a real building.
Yeah, yeah.
Where was that in Spain?
I think it's in Paris. I think.
Oh.
And I remember seeing a photo of it and being like, "Wait, Peter."
No, good artist borrow, great artist steal.
Так, что это?
Blue casket. Just doesn't have the zing of Calavera Cafe, you know?
Ну хорошо, давайте зайдем. Этот синий гроб. Это ресторанчик у нас. Мы что-то ничего делать не можем. Вот теперь можем.
Hey, can I borrow this book?
Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Morgan?
Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right?
No dice, Cumberbund.
But don't you see, when the government fades away, so will our troubles.
Ah, nonsense. We will always need some armed force to fight off the return of capitalism.
That sort of fascist thinking is as dead as you are, comrade. When we get rid of all the guns, that's when people will begin to self-police, and the public opinion alone will keep them from committing crimes.
Hola, trust funders.
Hey, look who's making the scene. It's Manny Calavera, the up, the down, the backside of the nouveau riche.
Beat it, dinner jacket. We're talking about things you wouldn't understand, like truth and beauty.
Ты что скажешь?
Hi, what's your name? Hi, what's your name?
Понятно.
Hi, what's your name?
Игнор.
Hi, what's your name?
5 игнор. Понятно. Игнорите все, да? Ну ладно. Давайте тогда на этом закончим, пожалуй, сейчас. Вот. Да. Надеюсь, что вам понравилась эта серия. Если это так, то ставьте лайк, комментируйте и можете подписаться. А с вами был Flapjack. Всем пока и счастливо.